everyone, welcome to Faerie Tales Tarot. I'm Andrea Elizabeth from Modern Maven Tarot, telling the story of tarot through your favorite fairy tales. So what better way to start than with the Fool? The Fool starts out the tarot deck. It is the number 0. So this is even before we start. This is us wanting to start something new. Now, when in traditional tarot, you see the Fool and he's got his little sack and his little white dog and he's about to jump off a cliff, right? So the Fool really indicates this stepping out into the great unknown, right? Not fearing the unknown, just going and taking the leap of faith. It's also a card of innocence and fresh starts. So if you are looking for a fresh start and you do see the Fool, it's definitely encouraging you to leave behind what you know and step out into the great unknown. However, too, with the Fool representing innocence, we can think of our inner child. Now, if we have not done our shadow work, if we do not have a healed shadow, unfortunately, our shadow energy could be encouraging us to stay in the comforts of what we know and lead us in directions that actually take us back to where we've already been. So if you can picture yourself going down a road and you see something that looks comforting, and you take that path, and then all of a sudden you're back to where you started. But the biggest part of that message, I think, is that no matter what road you take, if you keep going and you keep pursuing what you want, you will eventually get to your destination. The Fool is also ruled by Uranus. Now, Uranus is a planet of rebellion, all right? And so you can think of that just charging forward and not thinking of consequences energy when it comes to Uranus. You also want to see what sign rules Uranus in your chart, because when you see the Fool, you can utilize the energy gifted to you by Uranus to really help you pursue your goals or relationships, depending on why the Fool is in your spread. Also, though, on the other side of the coin, if you see the Fool in an area of what you need less of, this could really be telling you that there are still some lessons to learn in the situation you're in. And then once that's completed, we can start on our new journey. Now, the placement of Uranus in the Fool also signifies breakthroughs and breakdowns. So going back to your shadow, when you have a healed shadow, you can feel safe in knowing that no matter where the path takes you, it'll take you to where you want. But your shadow works on fear. Your shadow works to keep you safe in the comforts of what you know. But when you can heal your shadow and identify the ways that we trick ourselves into staying into situations, relationships, careers that are not fulfilling just because it's comforting to know what we expect, we have more clarity on which road to take. Now, when it comes to fairy tales, you can think of the Fool as a girl who gets so curious by a white rabbit that she just jumps down a rabbit hole and starts a new adventure. Or you can think of a wooden toy who so desperately wants to be a boy that he takes off on a journey that, talk about trials and tribulations, right? But no matter what, both of these characters, their curiosity, their desire is so strong that they pursue it through all of their trials and tribulations. And in the end, they are fulfilled with either a lesson or a fulfillment that takes them onto their next chapter in life. So when you see the Fool, and if you're feeling scared, always think back to these fairy tales and what they go through. But in the end, they always end up where they're meant to be. So I hope you enjoyed this little information on the Fool. And I also encourage you all to shine that inner light on your personal Fool's journey and subscribe to Faerie Tales Tarot, where you will get more information on the tarot cards through the stories of your favorite fairy tales.